Welcome again to another tutorial for beginners, understanding WordPress a little bit better. I am JP here with Brizzy. Now, in today's video, we're going to talk about something a little daunting when people come the first time to website creation, especially within WordPress. And that is the concept of posts and pages. And at the beginning, this can be very confusing. What's going on here? Why is there something like posts and there are pages, and what's the difference and how do I use these? I don't want to go into too long stories and too much of a history, but way back when WordPress first came out, it was a blogging platform. Now, if you were around back then, you would have known that blogging was all the rage. Everybody who wanted to write their journal and diaries online created a blog. And the purpose of a blog was that every day or maybe once a week or whenever, I would sit down and I would write something online and I will post it. You know, the word post my blog, that's where the word post comes from. And then people would go online and read it. Now, WordPress didn't start as a typical website creation tool. It was made for bloggers. So the original WordPress only had posts. And that's one of the reasons that when you install WordPress for the first time, the home page is set to your posts. And that's where it all started. But since then, WordPress has evolved and it's gone way beyond, I think, the original intention that the creators had. But this difference between posts and pages still exist. And when you go into your default installation of WordPress, you will see that in the sidebar navigation, there is posts and pages. Let's look at a site that I have here that I have created first with pages. Then we go into posts and see where these two are different. Here I am within my WordPress administration area. Let's go have a look on the front end how my site currently looks. Here I have my bakery and I have created a menu over here. If you don't know how to do this, make sure that you watch the videos in this series here at the Beginner's Corner on how to create the menu and how to assign it. What I've done here is that I have these 5 pages and then I also have a sub page here, Apple Pie. And if you click on them, you can navigate around the site and you can find what we have done here for the site. We refer to these pages as static pages. What do we mean by a static page? Basically, if you go through this page, nothing ever changes on this page. And if you could see me, I'm doing that quotation mark things again with my hands to show you nothing ever changes. It looks like a lot of things changes, but tomorrow when you come back, this text will still be there. And the day when you come back after that, this text will still be there. The text will remain static, unchangeable. So we call these pages static pages. They are typically used to make a website. So if I go again to my home page, you will feel very familiar with this. We grow up in an age with the internet and we understand how pages look. We feel very comfortable with it. What you have to learn now is that not all pages are created equal. Some are a little bit different than others. These static pages are the pages that we typically use to create a site, put on images, and put on information. Remember what I mentioned earlier, that WordPress had started long ago as a blogging site. Let's go to the back end. I click up here and I'm within my administration area. We are familiar over here. This is the pages. I click on the pages and there are the pages that I have created. If I want to add a new page here, for example, let's say something like store, I type it in there and I publish that page. And now I can also add it to the menu and put it on the front end. I can edit it here with the WordPress editor. I can bring in something like a heading. Well, hello. Or I can decide that I rather want to edit it within Brizzy. So again, I will just say here, leave. And then here I am in the Brizzy page. After I've done my editing, I go back to the dashboard. Close this. Let's just update that page. And now I have created another page. Nothing extraordinary. The difference is that a post is something that we call dynamic. There are some changeable aspects to a post and how they are displayed and how they are generated. Essentially, a post can be anything, but for you coming new to the world of WordPress, I want you to think that post is the news section. That's where you have all your news. My site, this site here that is a bakery, I cannot imagine that they will have a huge news section, but they may just want a news section, and then they will run promotions and they will have articles, recipes maybe, or giveaways. Now those things, the news, the things that you release maybe on a weekly basis and updates, it's things that change, they are dynamic. Those you will put under posts. So again, I want you to think of posts, blog, news, and then this will make a little bit more sense. When you have installed WordPress, you will see this post appear here called Hello World. And for some reason, WordPress will always install this by default. So you can click here on the post to go into it, and you will see nothing exciting over here. It's just a default post. Let's go back here to all posts, and let's go and delete it. I click here on bin, and that will put it in the trash can. Go here over bin, you can click again on it, and click here on empty bin. And now that one is totally gone. Let's create a post, and we want to maybe create a giveaway for the new year. So we say add new, and then we type here New Year's giveaway. Just make that one word. I know Google is probably not going to like that, but it didn't say anything. Once I've typed in the title of my post, I will say here publish. What I want you to do now is go and view how this post will appear on the front end. Click here on preview, and you will see a lot of stuff appear over here. There is the title. Here it says posted in uncategorized. You can apply a category to it. No comments. And here is the person who had typed that. We will look at all of this for now. I just want you to understand the difference between a post and a page. This here is a news section. Keep that in your head. It's news. And that's why you will see the date, January 2nd, 2020, appear here, because this is the date that this post was created. This is not something that you will see appear on static pages. You don't see dates here and when this page was created. People are not interested in this. This is, like I mentioned earlier, static information. It's unchangeable. Well, maybe if you have a few updates in the future, you will come back to this page and change, but this is your forever and ever information. This here is just related to news. We have a New Year's giveaway, you'll put it here, and then if you have more news next week, you'll add a new post. So let's say we go to the next week, we go here to add new, click on that, and we call this one best recipes for 2020. And what we will do here is below here, we will add many recipes for 2020, and we say publish. And now I click here on preview, and you can see best recipes for 2020. While we are here, just have a look here, New Year's giveaway. If I click on this one, it takes me to the previous post that I had created, New Year's giveaway. Right. So understand the difference between pages and posts. Pages, you're going to be using it for your static site, things that don't really change. You know, you're going to have this image maybe for a year. Next year, you'll take a new image and you'll change it. Your menu is probably going to stay the same for a few months or even a year or two. And the rest of this information here is unchanging. This is how you want it to remain. When it's that situation, you create a page, you build it out with Brizy Page Builder, and then you let it be. On the other hand, if you want to have news, you're going to create it with a post. If you have blogging, like you sit every week and write your ideas on how bread smell and the great things about a bakery, then this is going to be in a post. And you will know it is a post because when you read it, you will see all this additional information, which we often refer to as metadata. We cover all of that here at the Beginner's Corner, so you can get comfortable on how to create posts within WordPress. This is just one of first of many videos on posts and pages here in the Beginner's Corner. So if you want to learn more about this, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel here and also go and visit us over at brizy.io.